Hi guys, Emma here, and even though we're a few episodes away from the end, I have been having sleepless nights about the question, who is Judy?
Who is Judy?
I came up with 8 suspects that I thought I'd share with you today. I've put them in order of which I think are most likely to be Judy, starting with the least likely, or going up to the most likely. So number 8 is Windham Earle. Windham Earle is unlikely to be Judy because he seemed to die at the end of the original series, or at least suffer some kind of horrible fate which he was unable to recover from. However, I do think that there is a possibility that Windham could be Judy because of the fact that Windham loved to don disguises, and Judy was referred to as a her by Jeffries. I think that would be the ultimate disguise. And I also think that Windham always wanted power, no matter what, from whoever. He wanted the ultimate power. So I think that he would not agree to share that power with anybody else, no matter how evil and corrupt they were. I think Windham ultimately wanted the complete power and control over everything. So for him to be Judy, for him to have labelled himself Judy and to don some kind of disguise, I think that would be an amazing thing. I also think Windham has been suspiciously left out of details in this season. He was not referred to as being part of the Blue Rose Task Force, and his name has never come up in any kind of explanation to Tammy about what happened with Cooper and what happened in Twin Peaks. There was also a possible hint to Windham Earle in one of the early episodes in the series where a bonsai tree was left in the apartment of the billionaire where the glass box was. So could Windham be the billionaire as well as Judy? My number 7 is Josie Packard. And you're probably asking yourself, how can Josie be Judy if she is dead? Well, I'm wondering about that hum in the Great Northern and whether that is going to come back into play. I think that in The Secret History of Twin Peaks by Mark Frost, Josie's character was shown in its entirety, and we found out that she was quite a manipulator, someone who could take on whatever personality she needed to get by in life. I'm wondering if Judy is actually her spiritual form, the form that's manifesting itself at the Great Northern right now in this strange hum that everybody can hear. There's also a fact that apparently Judy was supposed to be Josie's sister, and I'm wondering if that could imply that the actress who played Josie might be involved in some way. In regards to some of my choices not being mentioned in the cast list for season 3, I am wondering if they would choose to keep that a secret because it's such a huge mystery, and the mystery lies on the identification of this person. So to conceal the actor's name would allow us to guess right until the last episode who Judy is, and I think we're probably going to do that. So my number 6 is Sarah Palmer. And I think Sarah Palmer could be Judy because of the fact that she's played an enormous role this season. She could be the Frogmouth Girl. She could be evil. She could have played a part in this story that we don't know the depth of yet. She's one of several characters who has this ability to tap into her psychic powers, and I think as such she's a very important character in the Twin Peaks universe. We've seen a lot of unexplained stuff with Sarah Palmer this season, and I'm wondering where it's leading. It looks like Judy might be someone who opposes evil Coop, and in that case Sarah Palmer could be a candidate. My number 5 is the Frogmouth Girl, who as yet is unidentified, but it could be Sarah Palmer. I also thought that the lady in the last episode who unlocked the door for evil Coop to get into Jeffries' room could also have been the Frogmouth Girl. However, this might seem unlikely because Jeffries then gave evil Coop coordinates to go and meet Judy, so that seems unlikely that this woman would have been Judy. However, the fact that the Frogmouth Girl was featured so prominently in episode 8 suggests that she has a huge part to play and that she was sort of an origin figure for the evil to manifest on planet Earth. My number 4 is Laura, and I've picked Laura because I think that she's missing right now. She is someone who is a beacon of good. When Jeffries first mentioned Judy, he directed it straight at Coop, who then went on to deal with Laura Palmer's murder case. So I think that Laura Palmer is a very important figure in Coop's life, and for Jeffries to point out that he wasn't going to talk about Judy Cooper was very important. If Judy is to be an opposing force for evil Coop or Bob, then I think Laura is the perfect candidate for that, and it would bring her back into the story in a very meaningful way, give her death more power, I guess, give her story even more meaning and make it more significant and epic. My number 3 is Diane. I've chosen Diane because I think right now it's impossible to know whether Diane is good or bad, and I think that in the timeline of events, Diane could have easily been the one who met Jeffries. As shown in the missing pieces when Jeffries was in Buenos Aires, Diane was around at that time, although there was another missing piece which showed Cooper talking to Diane, so the timeline would probably have to have been skewed for Diane to have been meeting Jeffries as well. But we know that Jeffries was also travelling through time because of his comments, or we suspect that he was travelling through time because of his comments in the missing pieces when he was shocked by the fact that it was 1989. My point is, Diane could have been liaising with Jeffries for a long time. She seems to know a lot right now, and she's being very, very secretive. She has an agenda that is all her own, and she's not willing to share that even with Gordon Cole and Albert, people that she's known for a long, long time. My number 2 is Garland Briggs. And the reason I think Garland Briggs could be Judy is because of the fact that his name is Garland. He mentioned Judy at one point when he was being interrogated by Windham Earle. It would make sense that he would give himself a code name such as Judy, although it wouldn't explain why Jeffries would refer to Judy as a her. Given that Major Briggs has been so important in this season, I think it would tie everything together if he was Judy. It would make perfect sense. When Jeffries said to Evil Coop, "You've already met Judy," it sounded like he meant it's someone you've met but haven't known for very long. And I think in the original series the timeline was only supposed to span a couple of weeks or several weeks. That would make it more likely to be someone who Coop just met in Twin Peaks rather than someone he had known a long time like Diane. My number 1 pick for who I think Judy is Nadeau. And I've chosen her to take the number 1 spot because of the fact that she has played such an important role. We saw her in the early episodes when she was helping Coop, and now we've seen her in one of the latest episodes, falling to Twin Peaks, needing to be protected. She's a very important figure, and we don't know her purpose, we don't know who she is or why she is there, but if she was Judy, then that would tie her story in with the Judy storyline, and it wouldn't be something separate that we would also have to figure out. And I think that perhaps these threads are coming together. We don't know Nadeau's power, we don't know why she's so important, but clearly she is a representative but clearly she's a representative of the White Lodge, of everything good and everything pure. And I think the fact that she is being protected by some of the figures in Twin Peaks now suggests that there are dark forces at play that perhaps want to hurt her and want to do harm to her. And the fact that in the latest episode Evil Coop was very intent on finding who Judy is suggests that that is his next target, or one of his next targets. So I think Nadeau is the perfect candidate for being Judy. It's also been said that Nadeau is making monkey noises, and the monkey that we see in Fire Walk With Me whispers Judy, so that could be a tie-in. I'm really excited to find out who Judy is. If you have any other suggestions apart from the 8 people that I've chosen today, then you can leave your thoughts in the comments below. You can also subscribe to my channel if you like Twin Peaks. I'll be doing a reaction and review of the last remaining episodes of season 3. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Bye!